How's it everyone? This is Lolcohol, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to craft some explosive arrow bows. I'm going to be showing you a few different methods from super basic to more complex, and I'm going to be using a few different methods, and the reason I'm doing different methods is because we're not entirely sure what the market is going to be looking like next week. So I'm going to be using essences of dread and essences of zeal and fossils, and which method is going to be best is going to be dependent on the market, but I'm going to start off with a super easy +3 bow. So the best way to get +3 is this combination: corroded, metallic, jagged, in one of these 3 socket resonators. And for this, you're going to want a thicker bow or a short bow with at least item level 68. You cannot do this on a bow that you get from the porcupine because it's only item level 50, so you won't be able to get +3. But to do this, we're just going to hit this, and we should get +3 in about 1 in 4 times. There we go, got on the 3rd time. So if you hit this, and this is your league start, you can get something like this. This has attack speed, pretty cool. Go over to your crafting bench and then go fire as extra chaos. There you go. Here is your league start explosive arrow bow right at the beginning, but we can take this to another level. So if we want to push this, we could go prefixes cannot be changed, which we don't have an open suffix. So we're going to have to annul off a suffix and hopefully not hit that +2. We hit a suffix. Cool. Prefixes cannot be changed. Scour, 2x. Bye-bye. And then we can just 3 crafted mods. Another 2x, so this is 4x. Attack speed, another 1x. So this is a 5x craft. And then fire as extra chaos. So this is about a 5x craft for something like this. And then if you want to YOLO exalt it, I don't know. Yep. Hey, global accuracy could be worse. But this is kind of like a 5x version of the bow. Now, another way of doing this is to get a set of the porcupine, which gives us item level 50 bow, but it is 6 linked. So this is a very nice option for early league. However, this means you will have to use essences of dread because these guarantee +2 level of socketed bow gems. So we can use shrieking. You don't have to use deafening. Both of these give you +2. So there's a couple of ways we can do this again. First method, we just hit it with that essence until we get +2 with no other prefixes. Something like this. Nope. That has a prefix. I mean, you could go for an annul at this point and hit it. Nice. Now, this method is going to cost about 6 exalts as well. And it's going to have a similar outcome to the multimod method. But again, it's going to depend on the market. So now what we're going to do is go, cannot roll attack modifiers. And now, instead of going straight for an exalt slam, what we can do is head over to the menagerie and do suffix to prefix. Now, if you do have a modifier like attack speed that you want to keep, maybe get a Leo slam or something like that. However, if your suffixes suck, you can just go straight to the menagerie and do a suffix to prefix. Add a prefix, remove a random suffix. This is Farrick Wolf Alpha. And here's our +3. Now this is 100% guaranteed. Even if you only have 1 modifier, I'm just going to illustrate literally 1 modifier. It's always going to add +1 when you do a suffix to prefix. There you go. That's of course assuming you have cannot roll attack modifiers. But now we have this, and we can do a similar method where we go prefixes cannot be changed, scour, and then 3 crafted modifiers, attack speed, and then either fire as extra chaos, like that. So this is also similar price to the fossil method that I showed before, but we can do this a little bit differently with these deafening essences of dread. So in this method, what we're going to do is just keep hitting this until we get good attack speed and that +2. So it's about a 1 in 50 chance to hit +2 bow gems and tier 1 attack speed. Don't worry, I'll hold down shift now. Calm down. Calm down, comment section. And of course, you don't have to be as strict. If you hit something like this, tier 3, then that's pretty nice. But if you want to push it a bit, you can. You can keep going until you get better attack speed. Aha. Aha. Okay. Now we've hit tier 3 attack speed, but our prefixes are full. I'm not a huge fan of this method because you have less control over it. If you hit the +2 and attack speed, you also could have full prefixes, in which case you're going to have to do some shenanigans to make space on those prefixes. Alright, so let's say this is our bow. We hit attack speed and +2. We need an open prefix. So we can go for the annul, and we lose the attack speed, so we keep going. What do we get? Oh, there's tier 1 attack speed at long last, but again, like I said, I don't love this method because you have less control. And now we have to go for an annul, and we lost the attack speed. We actually, yep, I'm gonna run out of these. Oh, I do still have a few more. Alright, let's hope. Attack speed. My goodness. Yeah, alright, well there we hit attack speed, but again, you can see our prefixes are full. And if you want to get that +3, you have to have an open prefix. And if you want to craft on fire as extra chaos, you need another open prefix. So again, yeah, rip. Rip attack speed. Hopefully this is illustrating why this is not my preferred method of doing this. I've gone through a bunch. I didn't hit tier 1 attack speed. I also don't think I ever hit attack speed and +2 with an open prefix. However, the way you would do that is similar to the previous version. You just hit it with Essences of Dread, shrieking Essences of Dread until you get attack speed that you're happy with. Then you're going to go cannot roll attack modifiers and then either Leo Slam or Exalted for the +3. And then to finish it off, just do something like craft on fire.multi, or if you have an open prefix, craft on fire as extra chaos. I will write this down in the comments below just so that you can follow along at least with text, because that was a bit of a disaster, but I think it illustrated my point why that's not my favorite method. However, there is one other method that we can do, which is going to be to use Essences of Zeal. This guarantees attack speed, and then we're going to do this until we get +2 level of socketed bow gems, which is about a 1 in 30 chance. That's plus, yep. Level of bow gems. Socketed gems. I feel like I have used many more. Many more. Oh, when the crafting video is just too realistic. I'm just going to be using these. Pretend these are deafening. So we're going to go for bow gems. Oh. Hey, we got it. All right. So just pretend this was tier 1. And we actually very luckily hit the +2 with no other suffixes. However, we do have full, with no other prefixes rather. However, our suffixes are full. Now, we are going to have to open up a suffix with an annul so that we can go cannot roll attack modifiers, and just please, for the sake of the video, don't annul that attack speed. Oh my god. I have run out. I have run out of essences of Zeal. Why have you done this? Part of my point of making this video was, I think doing the methods where you have more control are optimal to doing something like this. So as a starter bow, I say just go for the +3 like this. Oh, this is actually a very good example. So I was going to say another method is to use the fossils until you get good attack speed and +2 or +3 even. And then in this case, we can actually just go cannot roll attack modifiers. And we can annul it, actually. So let me show you a trick here, right? So if we don't want that dexterity, we can actually annul this and isolate the attack speed and the socketed bow gems. For some reason, annuls work with cannot roll attack modifiers. So if I annul this, it can only annul cannot roll attack mods or the dexterity. I don't know why it works like that. I think it's a bug. GGG did not address it. So here, when we have cannot roll attack mods, our attack speed and socketed bow gems are 100% safe. So we got rid of that 55 dex. Now what we can do is we could exalt it. However, there is a chance that we will exalt on a suffix like tier 3 cold resistance. However, if we hit a prefix, it is going to be a +1. Okay, we hit crit multi. Now, if we do it again, we get the +1. And then, I guess to finish this, again, we go fire as extra chaos. There we go. So,
Just need a moment.
I want to hop over to Craft of Exile because I have a bit of a project that I'm working on. But let's have a look at this bow. So this would be like an S tier amazing bow, and I'm not 100% sure my method of crafting something like this is entirely correct. So I'm going to show you how I would make something like this. However, I am open to suggestions. I'm open to some kind of discussion where we can talk about how the heck do you create this kind of, I don't know if this is mirror tier, but you know, just like ridiculously good bow that has +3 attack speed, fire dot, and crafted fire as extra chaos. So to start this off, what I would do is grab some essences of Zeal and just spam this until we get the +2 level of bow gems. Hooray! Okay, we hit the +2. So the next thing we need to do is isolate the +2 and the attack speed. So one thing we could do is a split beast and try and split this and get the +2 and the attack speed isolated. However, let's just pretend we don't have that and we somehow get it to this point where we have +2 and the attack speed. Now, the next thing we need to get is that +1. So again, we're going to go, instead of just cannot roll attack mods, we do not want to fill up a suffix. So we're going to protect a suffix, can have up to 3 crafted mods, and then cannot roll attack mods. Now when we do an exalt, it is going to add a prefix and we are going to get that +1. So there is our +3 bow with tier 1 essence attack speed. Now this is the horrible part, and this is a bit that I'm wondering, is this the best method? Alright, are you ready? We're gonna go, can have up to 3 crafted modifiers, prefixes cannot be changed. And now, because we want to craft on Fire as Extra Chaos right at the end, we need to protect a prefix. So we're going to do this. Now we are looking to unveil fire.multi. And unfortunately, we cannot unveil the Fire as Extra Chaos. I think that's a master only mod. If we could, that would make this a hell of a lot easier, but we can't. So we're going to do an Ashling and hope that we don't lose our attack speed. Of course we did. If this happens, start again. Start again. And then, okay, we got our veiled suffix at last. Now, we're going to go over to our crafting bench and craft on damage per charge. That will block all of the charge unveils. And now we're going to unveil. And guess what? Guess what? The fun part is that the chance to unveil fire dot is it's like a 2% chance. I think it's probably quite a bit higher. It's maybe like an 8% chance, but each attempt of this, I know I'm just hitting Control Z, but each attempt of this is going to cost multimod and prefixes cannot be changed. That's 4x and then an Ashling, so an 8x. And if you fail and annul the attack speed with Ashling, you have to start again. So every time I hit Control Z is 8x, which is why I'm wondering, is there a better way to do this? There has to be a better way to do this, but I sat here for about 30 minutes this morning testing different things, and I couldn't figure out a better way to make this kind of like god tier bow. So let me know in the comments. Is there a trick? There we go. Finally got it. That only costs about 9,000 exalts, but we got it. And now to finish off this bow, we just go over and craft on Fire as Extra Chaos. Ta-da! Maybe, and then I guess just like YOLO Exalted for accuracy rating. Look, maybe this is the only way to make this, but I know there are some very, very clever people in the comments, and maybe someone like Elisha could figure something like this out. Maybe there are also better modifiers for an EA bow, but this is kind of the method I came up with. It feels very unrealistic to get this, but this is almost a perfect bow. So if you have tons of currency, maybe do this. However, if someone comes up with a better method, I will pin it in the comments below and test it out. But that is going to be it for this video. Remember to check the description below for the written comments, because I know some of these crafting methods went awry. I still think going for the fossils into the multimod is going to be your best option. And then maybe you can try the essences of dread or the essence of zeal, but I struggle with those. So if you enjoyed the video, if you have any tips or tricks on crafting these kinds of bows, please leave it in the comments below. I know that there's probably some other things, some little tricks, and I'm always here to learn as well, even though I'm trying to teach. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay safe, and catch you in the next video. Also, I have a Patreon and a Discord and a Twitch. Go there if you want. Bye-bye.
Exile, you're making me nervous.